Welcome back, and welcome back. Gigi's in the kitchen doing what she do. We are going to make orange chicken today. Yes, we are. I've got about 10 chicken thighs in there. I've cut off some of the fat, not all of it, but most of it. And that's 10 of them cut into little pieces. I'll show you that in a little bit. We're going to use a little vegetable oil, some cornstarch, sesame seed, garlic. We're going to use this black vinegar that I love, but regular vinegar will do just fine. Soy sauce, some chicken broth, a couple of oranges. That's about a half a cup of sugar. We're going to use a little white pepper, a little ginger, a couple of eggs. We're going to need these green onions, and of course, a little bit of this chili garlic sauce. Here is your shot of everything we're going to be using. Let's get cooking, you guys. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get started on this marinade. I'm going to go ahead and zest one of these oranges. I want the zest from this whole orange, which you only really need, I would say, how much orange zest did I say? About a tablespoon, which is going to be about this whole orange. You could do a little more. It's not going to hurt it. Or if you did a little less, but I would always err on the caution of more for this particular dish, okay? Because it is orange chicken, all right? Which is another really simple dish to make. Trust me when I say it all the time, there is nothing you can buy out on those streets that you cannot make at home. And that is the truth. I mean that. You can figure it out. And that's how I've done a lot of dishes. I'd eat something and then I'd dissect it. Figure out what exactly was in there. And I've had a few little blumpers, but that's okay. That is quite all right. Yes, it is. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and go in with that chicken broth because I want you to see just how much orange I have in there. I can go ahead and squeeze in that orange juice, but it doesn't matter. I'm using this whole can of chicken broth. Then I am going to go ahead and squeeze in that orange. I want the juice from that whole orange. I hope you guys are having a marvelous day out there. Hope life is treating you good. If you get a little bit of that orange in there, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hurt nothing. But you want to try to get it about a half a cup of orange juice in here. You really do. I washed my hands. I did go ahead and get the juice of that other orange in there. Okay? So then I'm going to go ahead and go in what I would say, so I can get this lid off, about a third of a cup. I'd say about a third of a cup of this vinegar. Putting it off to the side so it doesn't flop on me so much. That's about right. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in about a fourth of a cup of soy sauce. That's about right. Like I said, about a fourth of a cup is all you need. Then I'm going to go ahead and put in, I would say, about 2 tablespoons of garlic. No, I love that stuff. All you really need is 1. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in, I've already got my orange in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a little ginger. About a fourth of a tablespoon. I love ginger, so I'm going to put a little bit more. Then I'm going to put in a little bit of black pepper, about the same amount. About a fourth. Then I'm going to go ahead and go in with this red chili sauce. And I'm just going to put in about a tablespoon of that. Maybe a little less. That's all I want. I want it for flavor. I don't want to burn my mouth off. Okay. And then I am going to put in that half a cup of sugar. And we're going to whisk this together. This is going to be our marinade for our chicken. So we're just going to give this a good zhuzh. And then we're going to pour this over the chicken. And we're going to let the chicken sit in this beautiful little marinade bath. You want to give it at least 30 minutes, but I'm going to give it an hour. But at least 30 minutes. All right? Look at that. We can make our own orange chicken. I'm telling you. Yes, we can. And if you mess up the first time you make it, it's okay. At first you don't succeed. Try and try again. All right? Okay. So I'm going to get that chicken over here. I'm going to pour it on there. I'll be right back. All right. Let's get that marinara. That marinade on that chicken. Oh, yeah. You need to get in there, too. There you go. All right. Put this in our sink so it doesn't make a mess everywhere. And then just give this a nice little juice so all your chicken can get all of that marinade. Get it all off and through there, okay? Get it all off in there. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Can you see that? Yum, yum. You better make some. I'm telling you. This is such a simple recipe. You don't realize how easy it is to make things until you see. Oh my goodness. I could have been making this all this time at home myself. Yeah, I'm telling you, you could have. I'm going to be back in an hour. I'm going to let that sit in the refrigerator. I'm going to put some plastic wrap on top of it, and I'm going to let it sit in the refrigerator. I'll be back. She's been in the refrigerator for an hour. I'm going to move her to the side, and I'm going to show you my dredging station. Hold on. I got about 1.5 cups of cornstarch in here, and then this is the 2 eggs. So I'm going to drizzle a little bit of ginger. Not unnecessary. You don't have to do this. That was about 1/2 tablespoon. I'm going to do the same to the eggs. You don't need this step. Absolutely you don't. Just mix it up. Cornstarch so is messy, isn't it? I've already got my skillet heating up. Okay, just gonna mix those eggs up. All right, I probably should have did another egg, but we're gonna work with what we got. Now I'm gonna move that chicken over here. I'll be right back. What we're gonna do is, oh, I should have put my other glove on. Yep, dip that in. I guess it needed a little egg too, huh? All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that chicken that we got sitting in that marinade, drip a little bit of it off, and we're gonna put it in the egg. All right, and that's what we're gonna do. Get a few pieces in here and work it and show you what I'm going to do, because we're going to have to definitely cook this in batches. I've already got my skillet on the stove here with about 1 cup of oil. At least you want to at least have enough to coat the bottom of the dish, of the pan rather. Okay? So you get that all in that egg mixture, and then it goes in the cornstarch. All right? And then we're going to go straight to the pan with it. This smells so good already. Oh, and it's messy. Try not to plop it like I am. There we go. This is a really easy recipe. Just a couple of steps. That's all it is, just a couple of steps. And once you make it once, you will make it all the time. Just going to go ahead and get this in here because I got to turn the camera around. I'm going to go ahead and get that in the egg mixture. Get it going. And this is just all I'm going to do, back and forth. Dredge it up. You go from your egg to your cornstarch. This is like our flour. We're going to coat it up, and then we're going to kind of fry it up. And like I said, cornstarch is so messy, but it does the job. Okay, and then we're going to take these from here and put them in the frying pan. All right, So let me turn you around. Let you see what we're getting ready to do. Okay, now we're going to get some of that in here. We got them all dredged up. And we're going to get them in that oil. You want to put them, you might have to make a couple of batches depending on how much of this that you make, okay? And that's quite all right. I'm going to probably have to do mine in at least 2 batches, maybe even 3. We'll see. I'm going to get as many in this pan as I can. All right? And then you let it go for a couple of minutes on one side, flip it over, let it go on the other side. All right, so I'm gonna finish putting these in, and I'll come back and let you see what they look like. All right, this is what she's looking like. You only need to fry it for a couple of minutes on each side, and she should be done. All right, you want golden brown. That's what you're looking for. All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, this is what you're looking for. It's been 2 minutes on one side. I just flipped it over. Here's the second side. We're going to keep going. 2 minutes each side. That's what you get. That's what we want. And once I finish frying up the other batch, then I'll come back and we're going to do something with that marinade. So please don't throw it out. All right, I put the remaining marinade in a pan. And I'm going to bring it to a boil. And once I bring this to a boil, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of cornstarch. And it's going to thicken this up for us. Okay? So that's what we're doing now. This one, it'll only take a couple of minutes for this to come to a boil. The pan was already hot, so it may only take a minute. All right? So that's what we're going to do. Bring this to a boil. Once that happens, we're going to add that cornstarch. I'll be back. All right. I got the bubbling effect I want on this. I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons. Oh, I got that wet. Gosh golly. We're going to go in with 2 tablespoons. Okay, and then we're going to mix this together. We'll whisk it. We're going to let it do its thing, and this should thicken it up for us. I should have did a slurry, but no. Always got to do something different, right? Ooh, my stove is a little nasty. Don't look at that. All right, let this go for a couple of minutes. I'll be back. So we're going to let this go for about 2 minutes should be all it needs to thicken on up on us, okay? That's what we should, it's about 2 minutes, all right? We just want this to thicken on up, and you'll see what I mean. But don't walk away from this because you do still need to continue to stir, okay? All right, I'll be back. All right, it's been 3 minutes. It's kind of like a syrupy consistency, which is what you want. And so now I'm going to mix this together with the chicken, and we're going to have a good old time. All right, I'll be right back. I've got all my chicken in a bowl, and what you do at this point is you take that sauce and pour it all over. Let me do that. I'll be right back. There she is. I like extra sauce because I like to put extra sauce on my rice. To each his own. Do what you want. All right? I'm going to plate her up and let you see what she looks like on a plate. I'll be back. Things made easy with Gigi. Sprinkled it with some sesame seeds, a little green onion, of course, a pretty little orange for pretty. Nothing out there in them streets you can't buy that you can't make at home. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to share. See what I mean about having that extra juice to go over that rice? I put mine over a bed of brown rice. Yes, yes. Things made easy with Gigi. And again, please like and subscribe, you guys. Come on, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Everybody be blessed. Stay safe. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely delicious? Gigi, I'll see you next time, you guys. Look at that. Look at that whole plate. Yum, yum. I'm telling you, you better make some. Yes, yes. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.